We do not inherit earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. This proverb could not have been truer than it is now. As per the Global Risk Report 2020, for the first time in the history, environmental factors like climate action failure, extreme weather, natural disasters, biodiversity loss, and man-made environmental disasters dominate 8 out of the 10 risks. This year, bushfires in Australia alone have claimed around 1 billion animal lives. This is a massive wake-up call for all of us. According to Edelman Trust Barometer 2020, majority of people are still expecting businesses to solve societal problems. And therefore, it is in the self-interest of businesses to behave responsibly and gain the trust of society at large. When I speak of longevity, it is only natural that the Tata Group would come to our mind. The Tata Group, 100 companies present in over 100 countries with an aggregated revenue of over 110 billion US dollars and employing over 720,000 people worldwide, having businesses in diverse sectors like steel, power, automotive, information technology, financial services, infrastructure, aerospace and defense, tourism and travel, consumer and retail, telecom and media. It's often known as Salt to Software Group. Let's pause and think. What is it about the Tata Group that has led it to still being relevant and thriving for over 150 years? Our founder, Jamsetji Tata said, and I quote, "In a free enterprise, the community is not just another stakeholder in business, but in fact, the very purpose of its existence." The founders institutionalized this commitment towards society by pledging their wealth to charitable trusts, which today own 2/3 of the equity in Tata Sons, the investment holding company of the group. We are therefore somewhat an unusual corporate where 66% is owned by charities committed to doing good. This led to path-breaking business ventures that built industries for the nation while still pioneering employee welfare schemes like 8 hours working days, Provident Fund, Leave with Pay, and creches, and that too way back in early 20th century, which much later became the law of the land. In the early 90s, with the advent of globalization, the Tata Group institutionalized approaches for organizational excellence by adopting the Tata Business Excellence Model, TBEM, which is fashioned on Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award of USA. TBEM helped establishing a common language for excellence, not just in the area of financial and business performances, but also in other areas like corporate governance, business ethics, social performance, and environmental performance. The business excellence model helped all Tata companies to institutionalize focus on all stakeholders, which contributed to sustained long-term value creation for all of them. And that's the essence of our sustainability framework, which finds its expression in 4 key areas. The highest level of quality is embedded in Tata Group's byline, leadership with trust, which means managing quality by doing right things, which evokes trust amongst all stakeholders. Good governance and board oversight is absolutely crucial for quality and sustainability to thrive. Sustainability is central to our strategy, which is reflected in the way our business models are providing greater thrust on renewables and on circular economy. Responsibility is one of our core values, which is expressed through our commitment towards improving quality of life of communities we serve, care for our customers, and care for our employees. The Tata Group is known for its deep and wide CSR activities. As a group, we are very conscious of our carbon, water, and energy footprint, solid waste, and impact on the biodiversity of our region. Let me stop here and share some interesting stories of sustainability in action in the Tata Group. This is an example of our 100-year-old energy business, Tata Power. This company changed its course by bringing sustainability at the heart of its strategy. While its origins were in hydropower, its generation portfolio was dominated by thermal assets. The company then decided to use sustainability lens for all its critical decisions, and this resulted in putting a complete stop to high emission thermal route for all power generations in this company. Now 35% of its generation is coming through renewables, and it has an ambition to achieve 50% renewables by 2025. Another good example of closed loop circular economy was demonstrated by our premier automobile brand Jaguar Land Rover, where many models are made of aluminium body. This company has embarked on a project called Reality, which aims to recover aluminium from used Jaguar Land Rover vehicles and reform it into a new high-grade aluminium to make new vehicles. Jaguar Land Rover has already reduced its global vehicle manufacturing operating CO2 by 46% per vehicle. In the last 6 years, around 300,000 tons of closed loop scrap, which is equivalent to 1.5 years of new aluminium requirement, have been processed back into the system. And this is the story of the whale sharks. Some time back, a sudden surge in hunting of the whale sharks was pushing this species towards extinction. Despite being granted the highest legal protection, saving the whale shark needed a massive attitudinal shift among the coastal fishing community at the west coast of India. Our chemical company, Tata Chemicals, partnered with Wildlife Trust of India, the Gujarat State Forest Department, and the International Fund for Animal Welfare to launch the Save the Whale Shark campaign. Working with a much revered spiritual leader, we positioned the whale shark as Wahali, a dear one, likening its return to the coastline to breed to the return of a beloved daughter in the family. This invoked a strong response, ultimately eradicating shark poaching as well as rescue and release of around 800 whale sharks in the last few years. Today, we are rising up to the challenge which has been posed to the global community by the pandemic COVID-19. While these numbers have been increasing, we have dedicated ourselves to creating numbers of hope. As a group, we have committed more than $200 million to this cause. We have contributed almost 1 million PPEs, 300,000 testing kits, 2 million meals, 1.4 million liters of disinfectants, and set up over 1,000 beds as part of COVID facilities for isolation and quarantine. This may be a drop in the ocean, but I think every drop counts. In these times of intense and unprecedented global crisis, with the combined impact of environmental disasters, a giant pandemic that has shaken us all like never before, we all in the business world need to bring sustainability into the core strategy of our enterprise and work with a deep sense of responsibility. I think this is what the society at large expects us to do, and we must deliver.